Yeah, I have a very distinct memory at around 4 years old, and my mother and father had what we call in England a rockery at the end of their garden. And I would climb up on these rocks in my really cute yellow Wellington boots and a black oversized cowboy hat. And sitting there on these rocks, it's not that I realized I had a gift, but I definitely realized that I was communicating with an intelligence far greater than my own. And I knew that this wasn't an average experience. It starts with a tingly feeling in my stomach, and then I feel it just wash over me. It's an energy that comes up through my gut, and then boom, it's all there is. And I lose sense of borders and edges. And I'm no longer cognizant as I sit there of my physical body, or that it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or that the sky is blue. There's a collapsing of those things that we create to define a moment. And it's not that the garden suddenly disappears, it's that it becomes very background, almost insignificant. And what enters into that space is a vast presence. And it's not a presence that you can see or touch, but you can feel it with every fiber of your being. It's a consciousness, and you're communing with it. It's massive, it's everywhere. It's around you everywhere. And it's all there is. And at that age, I guess you could liken it perhaps to a daydream, but on a much, much more intense level. As a child, I was receiving insight about others and the world. I could tell if somebody was happy, or if they were sad, or if they were withholding, or if they were open and transparent. All of these tiny little inflections that human beings go through to communicate without using words. And I was also learning about the transient state of our world. Things are fluid. Even though we look around and we see that they're solid and they feel permanent, they're not. It's just energy holding itself together to create matter. And I was always contemplating big picture questions like, why are we born, and why do we die, and where do we go when we die, and why is there so much suffering? I was definitely a deep kid. And at that age, especially, that presence was very comforting for me, because it made so much more sense than the tangible world did.